Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. We hope you are all doing well wherever you are listening to us from today.
Happy Friday, everyone. We made it through the week. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. We really appreciate you. Let us get into today's text.
So today is Friday, May 22nd, and our text is from Isaiah 1:18. Though your sins are like scarlet, they will be made as white as snow. And I just want to sit with that image for a second before we get into the development, because it is such a powerful one.
It really is, because the text explains that scarlet and crimson stains are extremely difficult to remove from cloth. Like if you've ever tried to get a deep red stain out of something white, you know it almost never comes out completely. There's always a trace of it left.
And Jehovah is using that image deliberately. He's saying, I know how stubborn these stains feel to you. I know you feel like certain things you have done cannot be fully cleaned. And then he says, but I can make it white as snow. Not faded, not mostly gone, white as snow.
And that is not just poetic language. That is Jehovah describing what his forgiveness actually does. It doesn't leave a trace. When he forgives something, it's gone.
And then the text brings in a second illustration, sins being likened to debts, Matthew 6:12 and Luke 11:4. And this one hits differently because it's so relatable. Every time we sin against Jehovah, it's like going further and further into debt. And debt accumulates, it grows, and at some point it feels completely unmanageable.
And that's exactly how guilt feels, like something you owe that keeps getting bigger and you can't see a way out of it. You keep thinking about what you did and the weight of it just sits there.
But the illustration of debt is used specifically to show what forgiveness looks like. When Jehovah forgives us, it's as if he cancels the debt entirely, not reduces it, not gives you a payment plan, cancels it. It is no longer charged against your account.
And then the text adds this detail that I think is so important. He does not demand repayment of sins that have been forgiven. So he's not forgiving you and then bringing it back up later. He's not holding it in reserve to use against you when you fail again. It's gone.
And I think that's the part a lot of us struggle to fully accept. Because as humans, when we forgive someone, we often still remember. We might not bring it up, but it's still somewhere in our minds. But Jehovah is not like that. His forgiveness is complete.
Psalm 103:12 says he puts our transgressions away from us as far as the east is from the west. That's a distance you can't measure. He's saying there's no retrieving it. It's that far gone.
So whoever is listening today and still carrying something, still feeling like your particular sin is too deep or too repeated to be fully forgiven, today's text is speaking directly to you. Jehovah used these illustrations on purpose. He wanted you to understand just how completely he can clean what feels impossible to clean.
The scarlet stain becomes white as snow. The debt is canceled. That's not a maybe. That's what he does for repentant ones. And if your heart is genuinely turned towards him, that's you.
Thank you so much for listening today, brothers and sisters. We hope this gave you real relief going into your weekend.
Have a wonderful Friday, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, take good care of yourselves, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.